Alright, ladies and gentlemen. So, we have worked on the Lewis structures. I apologize, I had to erase the rules from my board, but I was giving PSAT yesterday, and I was like, ooh. They'd probably be like, no, you can't have that up there. Violation. No, no test scores. So I erased it. But we pretty much, I gave you the rules. I showed you the belly of the beast. I showed you like one of the hardest ones you can see. And today, I just want to pick up and do some practice with me, yeah? So, let's do a couple of Lewis's, yeah?
What's that?
Yeah.
I'll just start in the middle of the Bible.
Perfect example, we have my friend methane. Methane, chemical equation, the CH4. So in this case, what's step one?
Identify the element.
What element?
Carbon and hydrogen.
Okay, look at my rules. Step one.
Find the center atom.
How do we determine the center atom?
Lowest electronegativity.
So which one of these two has the lowest electronegativity?
Carbon.
You're right in saying that it's going to be carbon, but you're not right in saying that the lowest electronegativity is carbon. The lowest electronegativity is hydrogen. Why is hydrogen not our center atom? It's in the rules.
It will never be the center.
Why?
I don't know what's that.
It will never be the center because hydrogen will only form one bond. So hydrogen can't be the center, therefore carbon has to be the center. What do we do from here? So let's draw the skeleton. We draw bonds to all the other elements. What about next?
Give everything a full octet.
Okay, give everything full octet. How many electrons, how many lone pairs do I need to give hydrogen?
4. No. How many?
I've heard 4, I've heard 3.
1, 2, 5,
Stop guessing.
6,
Stop guessing.
2, 4. No, not 4. I don't know.
1,
I don't know.
Question you.
4.
See how much y'all been working. What's your 4 octet rule breakers?
Hydrogen.
Hydrogen,
Boron.
boron,
Phosphorus,
phosphorus,
and sulfur.
and sulfur. Why is hydrogen a rule breaker? Why do we care so much about that?
Well, fill the substance.
Fill what subshell? The first subshell, which just has the 1s orbital in it. Therefore, it will only make a single bond. So, do you add anything to hydrogen? No. If you give hydrogen a full octet, you have jacked yourself way up. Hydrogen will not get a full octet. Now what about carbon? How many electrons do we have on carbon right now? How do you get 8?
Each one is 2.
Each bond counts as 2, so we get 8. So carbon has a full octet. So we don't need to add anything. Okay, so what's the next step?
Calculate the number of electrons in the first event.
Okay, how we do that? We set our elements down. We write how many of those elements we have. So for carbon, we have 1. For hydrogen, we have 4. If you don't understand where I'm getting that from, there's nothing here, so it's understood to be a 1 for carbon. There's a 4 here, so there's 4 hydrogens. You multiply it by the number of valence electrons that it originally has. Just valence electrons. How many valence electrons does carbon have?
4.
Why did you get 4?
2 and 14 is home.
Thank you. I'm so proud. Felt like I've been pulling teeth to try to get a straight answer. Nobody guessed at me today. Exactly. 4 because it's in 14th column. About hydrogen. Why 1?
First time.
Okay, so 4 and 4. Add them together, you get 8. I can only show 8 electrons. So now what do we do?
I just subtract the overall charge.
Is there an overall charge? So we know add, we know it's subtracting. Next.
Count the number of electrons.
Okay. How many we got? 2, 4, 6, 8. Everybody good? Now we check and see if they match. I'm showing 8. How many I got to show? 8. Am I done?
Yes. No,
Have I went through all the steps?
I think.
Show charge and resonance structures when needed.
Show charge and resonance structures where needed. So let's see if there's a charge. Remember, we're going to mentally slice this bond in half. 1 goes here, 1 goes there. How many valence electrons does hydrogen normally start with? 1. So every one of these hydrogens normally start with 1. We're going to subtract from it however many is there now. So how many does every one of these hydrogens have in the Lewis structure?
1.
1, because we cut it in half. Electron goes here, electron goes there. So does the hydrogen have charge?
No.
Okay, let's look at the carbon. How many electrons does carbon normally start with?
4.
Minus how many? 4, because 4 has been shown on the carbon now. So we get 0. There is no charge. There is no double or triple bonds. So does that mean there is resonance?
No.
No. No resonance? We're done. Told you. Easy, right? You feel like it's not easy right now because you're waiting for me to smack you in the face with a 2x4. Tell you. I already did that earlier. There's no reason to come back with another 2x4. Questions. This is a very simplistic one, but this is good where you can get your questions out. Okay. Silicon tetrachloride. Step 1.
Find center out.
How do we find the center atom?
Electronegativity.
What about the electronegativity?
Full load.
Alright, So which one has lowest electronegativity, chlorine or silicon?
Silicon.
So silicon's the center. See? Next.
Draw the skeleton.
Draw a skeleton. I have 4 atoms bonded to the silicon, so that means I need 4 single bonds. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to draw those bonds out to the elements. So I got chlorine. Next.
Give everything a full octet.
Give everything full octet. Before you jump into this, look, are there any rule breakers here? Is there any rules that are breaking, it's going to break the octet?
Nope.
No, so we can just go straight through, give everything full octet. So how many electrons do I need to put on this chlorine?
6.
6. Why? Because it has 2 coming from the bond. So 1, 2, 3, 4. What about the other 3 chlorines? Same thing. Because they all have a single bond. Next.
Calculate the number of electrons you must represent.
Calculate the number of electrons we must represent. So write down your elements. Silicon, chlorine. Write down the number. How many of those elements we have? I have 1 silicon, 4 chlorines. Then we multiply it with the valence electrons that those elements have. So for silicon, how many? 4. Chlorine. 1 times 4. Gosh, your math skills, they're so advanced. You will destroy the SAT when you take it. Chlorine. 4 times 7 is? Oh my goodness, I'm so impressed. Okay, now we're going to step into addition. 4 plus 28.
32.
Oh my goodness, you're killing me. 32 electrons. I must show 32 electrons. Can I show 34?
No.
Can I show 20? How many I got to show?
32.
You have no choice. You must show 32, no more, no less. See? Thank you. Thank you. Okay, let's count them up. I want to make sure you guys can count these. Okay? So I feel like there's a whole lot of silence in the room and that I'm like driving down the road and you're out of the car. You're not even in with us. Okay, so if I'm insulting your intelligence, I apologize. So here we go. I'm going to start here and I'm literally going to work my way around. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm counting here. Counting here because the bond counts. You may put your things away. We will pick back up on this tomorrow. It is very good to say that we now will always have a full week of chemistry. See? See? Yeah. See the excitement on my face. You got your stuff. You can head out.